When you have a quarterback like a Brock Purdy who's come in the way he has, how is it? Do you feel like you have a good read on who he is after just a couple games, and is it hard to get that read?
No, not hard to get a read at all. I think he fits right in. Their offense remains largely the same, and he's doing a great job executing and doing his job distributing. And they've done a nice job. It seems very seamless. You know, he's obviously he's well prepared, and when his opportunity came up, he's played well for him.
What is the challenge with that offense too, in facing what Kyle Shanahan likes to call?
They do a great job running the ball. He creates opportunities for his backs, regardless of who they are, and that's in the family. I've gone against Mike for a number of years, and Mike did the same thing. Kyle, very much the same. No matter who the back is. Now, when you have special backs like Christian McCaffrey, and obviously Debo's banged up right now, but when you have special talent back there, it makes it even tougher.
Jack, I just wonder about the mechanics of compressing. It's one day, but it's really almost 2 days lost into game planning for an opponent where you got to travel across the country and play Saturday afternoon.
Yes, it's Thursday today. So, we had a combination Monday, Tuesday, and then yesterday was a shortened Wednesday, and today's a Thursday, and we've had a few weeks that have operated like this, so I think the guys understand what they're getting, what we're doing. The biggest thing is to fight for your recovery, as a player, as a coach. I'm sure there'll be some good naps on the plane going out, but it's important that the guys really fight for the recovery.
Jack, your defense has been very productive over most of the season, but this was the last game. No sack, no turnover, only 13 points allowed, though. Was there anything in particular about not making those plays this week, or give credit to the Giants and it's just one of those weeks?
Yeah, no, we had a couple opportunities. They didn't throw the ball much. They threw for 160 yards. So, you get sacks when you're rushing the quarterback, and they weren't going to spend a lot of time back there holding the ball. So, every game takes on its own personality, and we prepared and competed, and that's over. And, the biggest thing for us, referring to how we get ready for this one on a short week, is quickly turn your attention and move on. So we're busy with the preparation of the 49ers and things they do, and want to give our football team a chance to win, and we got to slow them down, not let them jump out on us, and make sure we're ready to go.
And as a defensive guy, I'm just curious your thoughts on watching Brian Robinson play and how hard he runs and is able to move the piles, and your appreciation for what he's able to do at that position.
Yeah, he's we're glad he's rolling the way he is. Clearly has his legs back and a lot of juice, and he's a good football player. Just happy to see him out there expressing himself like that, and I'd like to see more.
Guys have been wearing the T-shirts they get when they produce a takeaway. Did that come from you and your staff, or is that player-driven? What was the genesis of that?
That's something we do. Richard Rogers is our turnover specialist. He does a presentation every week, and we talked about that this week. Said no T-shirts to give out, so got to get back on track, finding a way to get some turnovers.
Has Kyle made any different use of Christian McCaffrey? I know you guys saw him last year in Carolina, or is it just the same old, just get the ball to him however possible?
I wouldn't say anything same old. I'd say he does a very good job of putting really all of their playmakers, he moves them around a lot. They play a lot of different spots, and they like concepts that are concept-based, but anybody can do it from any position, and so it makes it more difficult. It's there are not a lot of people that are doing that, and I think the type of athletes that they have allow that. Kittle can line up anywhere, McCaffrey can line up anywhere, Devo can line up anywhere, and so you start moving those guys around, it presents some challenges.
When you say concept-based, not many people are doing that. What are some of the other just structures, I guess, that you see, or how would you describe other offenses around the league if they're not concept-based?
Well, I wouldn't say that others aren't. I just don't think that others are able to do what they're able to do, and part of it is driven by concepts they like. Part of it is driven by talent that they have.
What are the turnover presentations like?
What do you mean?
I guess like is he showing previous turnovers? Is he showing different techniques for turnovers? Like what is that?
Yeah, it's a combination.
Okay.
Combination, yeah. Some entertainment in there typically. You never know what might pop up, what picture that's out there that might be pulled up, or we have a little fun with it. So.
And what would you say are the main reasons for you guys being able to limit explosive plays throughout the second half, or really since earlier this season?
It's kind of boring. You're talking about limiting explosive plays. You have to tackle well. You have to leverage the ball well. You have to communicate well. Be in position, do your job. A lot of different factors, but typically, explosives come from somebody in the back end. You can make a mistake in the front, and it might pop through, but it should get capped before it becomes an explosive play. And it's largely the secondary is doing a good job of leveraging, tackling, and being in the right spots.
So if a guy has multiple turnovers in a season, he gets like 4 of the same shirts. Basically, he's got like a whole locker of the same shirt.
If the supply of shirts runs out, you might get a fresh one. But
going back to George Kittle, you guys have handled tight ends very well this season, but what is the challenge with him especially?
Really good player. He's explosive. He's a good blocker. He really can do it all. I think what he does best when he gets the ball in his hands, he really lights up. I mean, you've got to come tackle him. So, good football player. A lot of respect for him.
Christian, from a defensive perspective, what is the toughest thing about him? Is it the versatility? Is
Christian?
It something? Yeah.
He can do it all. I mean, he's just a really gifted player. He can throw it. He can catch it. He can run it. You can toss him the ball. You can run routes with him. He can run every route on the tree. He can play receiver. He happens to be a running back. And so, yeah, he's special talent.
Did Bisma coach him at Ballard?
Yes. Yep.
Does that give you any intel from or just high school?
No, I know how good he is. That's what I got to see it live. Yeah, many times. So.
It's more of an overall NFL question.
Yeah.
You've been in the league for a long time. Just your thoughts on the passing of Franco Harris today, and just the whole history of Steelers and the league, and what he meant to the league.
Yeah, really sad to see that happen. That he had passed. Wasn't aware of anything that was going on with him. Haven't had a chance to really research and dig into it. I just know he has passed. I grew up a Raiders fan, so bringing up his name was never like a celebration. It was always like, that's the guy that, caught that ball and beat us, back in the day. So I know they're playing this week, and I know a lot. There's going to be a lot of focus on him in that play, and just sad that he's not able to see it and enjoy it. And wish his family and the Steeler family all the very best. But yeah, he's an NFL great player.
Harris, last one.
With Brock Purdy, is it impressive that he's their third stringer and the offense is still humming along? Just kind of what do you make of?
It's a great story. I mean, it really is. The guy came in unfazed, big matchup against the Dolphins, and just played lights out, and hasn't looked back, So it's a great story. I've got family out in the Bay Area, and, they were all talking about it. It's a great story for the young man and his family. Another guy for us to get ready for and go compete against.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, appreciate it.
Family give you any scouting report?